There are some people in this world, people like you, who love with their whole heart. You don't know how to love a little. You don't know how to give half. You only know how to give your everything. And yet, the same people you love so deeply rarely give you even half of what you deserve. Why? Why does someone like you, who loves with purity, who loves with loyalty, who loves with sincerity, end up feeling empty, disappointed, and unseen? Today, Krishna is speaking to you, to the part of you that's tired of loving deeply and receiving so little. My child, you were born with a different kind of heart. Listen carefully, because this is not for everyone. This is for the few, the rare, the sensitive souls who feel more deeply than others. Krishna says, your heart is not ordinary. It remembers love from lifetimes. It remembers devotion from lives you don't even recall. That is when you love. You give too much, you feel too deeply, you expect honesty, you value loyalty, you stand by people long after they've left your side. And the world is not built for hearts like yours. Most people love for convenience. You love with commitment. Most people love with calculation. You love with surrender. Most people love to receive and you love to give. And that is why your heart hurts. Not because you're wrong, but because your world is not full of people like you. You think, I give so much, but why do I receive so little? And Krishna says, you are not receiving little. You are receiving what that person is capable of giving. A cup of water cannot give the ocean. A candle cannot shine like the sun. You expect depth from people who only know superficial love. You expect loyalty from people still confused about themselves. You expect honesty from people who lie to themselves first. Your heart is not being rejected. It's simply not being understood. You don't receive less love. You receive the love that matches the other person's emotional capacity. And that, my child, is not your fault. Some people say you should stop caring, you should stop giving and stop loving deeply. But Krishna says, your love is not your weakness. It is your dharma. It is your nature and it is who you are meant to be. Your depth is not the problem. Giving it to the wrong people is. In the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna says, you have control over your actions, not over the results. Your act of loving deeply is your action. How others respond is the result, and results are never in your control. So stop punishing yourself for outcomes you never had power over. Krishna says, you love the way people wish to be loved, but they are not ready for it. Your heart is advanced, evolved and pure, and this generation, it's learning, healing, searching, and that is why you hurt. Your soul is older. Their souls are still growing. You are the kind of person people understand only after losing you. They realize your value after the silence you leave behind. They realize your depth after experiencing shallowness elsewhere. Your love is not ignored. It is simply recognized too late. This is the deepest pain, loving someone deeply and losing them suddenly. Loving someone deeply and losing them suddenly. You think it's unfair, you think it's bad karma, and you think it's punishment. But Krishna says, I remove people not to harm you, but to protect your destiny. Some people can stay in your heart, but not in your life. They were meant to teach you something and not stay forever. If they've stayed longer, they would destroy your peace, your growth, your path, and your future. God ends relationships you would never end yourself, because He knows your heart won't leave, even when it's breaking. You often ask, why do I love more than I'm loved? Because how you love reflects your character. How they love reflects theirs. Your sincerity is not a sign of your worthlessness. It is a sign of your greatness. Your loyalty is not your weakness. it is your crown. Your ability to love deeply is not something you should hide. It is something you should cherish. People who receive your love receive a blessing, even if they don't realize it instantly. Some people enter your life to teach and awaken you and transform you. Not everyone enters to love you. Some connections are karmic, some are lessons, some are temporary anchors, and some are stepping stones. But only a very few are destiny. Krishna says you are meant to love many, but receive from the chosen few. Your heart will meet those who match your depth, not yet, but soon, very soon. You're just early on your journey. Krishna is not asking you to stop loving. He's asking you to learn balance. Give, but don't exhaust yourself. Love, but don't abandon yourself. Care, but don't lose your identity. Stay loyal, but don't stay blind. You don't need to love less, you need to love wisely. Not everyone deserves front row access to your heart. Some people are only meant to be distant chapters, not lifetime partners. There is someone written for you, someone whose soul recognizes yours, someone who understands love the way you do, not someone who drains you or confuses you or someone that makes you feel unwanted, but someone who matches your depth, who mirrors your sincerity, who gives the way you give, who chooses you with clarity, and who stands by you with devotion. Krishna says when it comes, it will feel effortless because divine connections do not confuse, they complete. Your love is traveling through the universe. It will find its equal, it will find its home, and when it does, you will finally understand why nothing worked out before. This is the final message. My child, you love deeply because your soul is made of devotion. You give more because your heart is made of compassion. You expect honesty because you speak with truth. You hurt more because you feel more. And you receive less, not because you deserve less, but because you are giving what only evolved hearts can return. Your time will come. Your people will come. Until then, don't shrink your heart. Don't dim your love. Don't regret your depth. Because one day, someone will look at you and say, "Where were you all this time?" And Krishna will smile because he was preparing two hearts for the moment they finally meet. This is Krishna's wisdom.